This is your weekly real estate update for the greater Portland, Maine area. These are closed sales in the last 7 days, median numbers. Days on market were flat this past week, 13 median days on market for closed sales. The list to sale ratio remained at 100%. So, still in the greater Portland area, if you listed your house in the last month or two, you probably got what you were asking for it. The median sold price went down a bit to $475,000. The 30-year average fixed interest rate went down again to 6.7%. And of course, the US annual inflation still at 3%, although the PCE came in and it was a little bit lower than expected. So let's talk about some big changes in the US economy and how they may affect interest rates and therefore real estate. So the first thing I want to talk about is obviously the new administration has a lot of economic policies coming into place, and they're creating some economic insecurity. The stock market has been going on a wild ride, and a lot of people are doing a risk-off trade. This means taking money from things that are a little bit less secure and moving it into gold, silver, and bonds. And as more people move into bonds, the demand for bonds goes up, the yields goes down, and that allows mortgage lenders to drop rates. So that's why we've seen for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks actually now, the rates continue to tick down, even though the Fed has not moved their lending rate. Other things to talk about in general, there's a lot more talk about the US going into a recession, and that's part and parcel of that risk trade off. And another thing is that we had the ADP employment numbers come in way lower than expected. So they expected 140,000 new jobs. Instead, we got 77,000, which is less than half of last year's new jobs at the same time. So all these things together have people feeling a little bit insecure about the economy and doing that risk off trading into bonds, gold, and silver. And that's allowing rates to come down. But there's going to be a limit to that until the Fed moves the rate. And for the next two meeting periods, most experts do not expect the Fed to move their rates. So the rates might continue to tick down, but there's going to be a limit to how low they can go unless the Fed moves that rate. Hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, reach out anytime.